Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. This right here is the decisive clash for the title in La Liga. We have been waiting for this for a long time and now it's here. We are welcoming Atletico Madrid to the Camp Nou, a massive game not only in the title race but also for Ronald Koeman. We've got to find a way through Simeone's side, who come here, of course, with something to protect. We're going to be talking about all of those tactics and how it could play out. So, let's get to it. Because kicking off straight away there with indeed those two men coming into this game, leading their teams and knowing that so much is at stake in this particular clash. And if you look there, first of all, at Ronald Koeman, I think, like I say, there is big pressure. There is pressure on his shoulders here, even though he may not be on the sidelines for this game, of course, given the fact that right now he is going to be watching from the stands once again. But he knows he has to win. And not only does he have to win for the title race, but he's got to win in a big game. A game like this here, when the stakes are high against a high quality opponent, we need to see our coach here find a way to get the result, and it won't be easy, because we all know about Atletico Madrid, the way they play, the way they will try to frustrate us as a team, and the quality they've shown throughout the season so far. But if you do look at Diego Simeone, if you look there at his record against Barcelona, he doesn't find it easy. We are not a team that over the years that he's enjoyed playing against, and of course it was only very recently that he finally beat us in La Liga. That was in the reverse fixture. Right now, he's coming to the Camp Nou. He's never won here before, and Koeman cannot allow another Simeone winless run to be broken. And I think indeed, when you are looking there at the tactics and the way the game could play out when the teams come head to head, it is so interesting, because I think coming into this game here, it is going to be very similar shapes there, a very similar formation on both sides, because of course this season we've seen Koeman there switch to a back five to use those two wing backs pushing on, and I think with Atletico Madrid as well, they've had Carrasco in that wing back role, they've had Trippier there pushing on and getting those crosses into the area. So I think actually we could see a very similar setup, but what we will undoubtedly see is a different mentality. One team in Barça, we know we have to win. Atletico, of course, very significantly know that a draw may be good enough, and this is the teams we could see. For Barça, undoubtedly, it is going to be Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, along there the back three in terms of the centre-backs. It will be Clement Lenglet alongside Gerard Piqué, and the only position there in the back line that is very much up for grabs, it is that right centre-back role. Will it be Mingueza or will it be Araujo? I would personally opt there for Ronald Araujo, and I will be explaining why later on in this video. In terms of the wing-backs, Jordi Alba, of course, will start. I hope that Serginho Dest does indeed get the start there on the right side, but there have been a few rumours that Roberto could be included. In midfield, definitely going to be Busquets, De Jong and Pedri. That is Koeman's go-to midfield in these games. And up front, I fully expect there Messi and Griezmann to continue, with Ousmane Dembele on the bench. For Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone there will count on Jan Oblak. Most likely it will be Stefan Savic there, Jimenez and Hermoso along the back line, although Lodi has been used indeed in a 3 and a 4 this season, and I wouldn't be too surprised if he made his way into this team. But other than that, it would be their Trippier and Carrasco playing in those wing-back roles, and Carrasco's role in this team has been really significant for Atletico this season. In midfield, most likely, it will be Koke there and Saul central, but just ahead of them, Marcos Llorente, who we are going to talk about in some detail, and Angel Correa, who has been in good form, and of course, leading their line, most likely, a very familiar face, it's Luis Suarez. And I think when you look in there at the total breakdown and the big problem that Barcelona are going to have in this game, it is all to do with, like I say, Atletico here having something to protect. And in particular, it's going to be about breaking them down. That is going to be the big question that you ask here of Koeman's side and indeed the tactics. Can we find a way through what will be a very resolute defence here? And if you look at the defensive half of the field, Atletico here will be defending in that back five with the two midfielders sitting quite deep. But what I expect them to do in this game, and what you will notice is, number one, they are going to drop nice and deep. At times they will try and push out, they will try and give themselves a bit of relief, but they are going to be happy to sit very deep, as you know that Simeone's sides do. So obviously Barca here, we are going to be camped in Atletico's half, we are going to have to be very patient in possession. But what I also want to note here, and what they always do when it comes to Barca, is they will look to absolutely pack the middle of the field. That is something they've always done, and it always has seemed to work with a pretty decent degree of success in terms of frustrating a Barcelona side, because what they'll try and do there is, number one, smother Lionel Messi. They'll get bodies around him there. They will really close down the space and make sure that he doesn't have any room at all to manoeuvre. That's why at times you do see him against Atletico moving into the wider areas, and of course as well, they're going to surround their former man Antoine Griezmann, which means then that the only available space, the only avenue there that Barcelona are going to be able to freely explore, it's going to be all about these wide areas. It's going to be all about here, these wing backs, and that is why they're going to be so important in this game, and it's important that we give them that freedom to go forward. But this is the key part here. Atletico over the years have been so willing to give Barca all of that space out wide. They've been happy here for Alba to receive the ball, for a right back to receive the ball in so much space. They do that because they know there's nobody here. There's nobody really hurting them in these areas, and for that reason, if balls come into the box, they're quite happy with that. They can deal with it. They're very good in the air. They're strong. They're physical. We know all about that. That is why they're happy there to give us the wide areas. So number one, what you have to do is get Griezmann making some very intelligent runs. I'm talking there, running to the near post, making sure here that he's dragging centre-backs and making sure that people come with him, which can then open up space for the likes of Lionel Messi. That's one thing that we have to do there, but it's not just about the forward players. I think in this game we have to see De Jong continuing what he's been doing all season long and making forward runs. We have to have more of a presence in the Atletico box, because they are going to give us the wings. They are going to certainly test us there and say, you know what can you do? And for that reason, we have to have those runners from midfield. We have to have a presence at all times in the Atletico area. And it's not just from open play either that I'm talking about. And this is why actually, for the first time, I would say ever, I'm going to say here that I'm selecting a player not only because of his defensive qualities, he's got pace, he's strong, he's very good in the tackle, Ronald Koeman, but also from set pieces, he can hurt you. Now, usually in a Barcelona game, I would never say, you know what, we look to set pieces to try and score our goal. That's never really been the way of Barcelona. But against Atletico Madrid, when it is so difficult to find a way through, sometimes you just need a goal from somewhere. And I would look there at Araujo, who throughout his career has been a massive threat from set pieces. You actually look at his goal record, he has 14 goals in 124 games, which obviously, for like a forward or something, that would be dreadful. But as a centre-back, that's a goal there in less than every 9 games that he's played in his club career. That's a very good record, and certainly for me, I look at the way Atletico defended set pieces against Athletic Club. Remember there, the last minute winner from Inigo Martinez. He rose up unmarked in the area to beat Atletico, and if it's one goal, if it's a single goal here that can decide the game, potentially we could make it work from a set piece. But make no mistake, although Atletico are here to contain, they will be happy there to rest on their laurels and take basically all that they come with in this game. What they will be looking to do is hit us on the counter. They would love to be able to snatch a victory at the Camp Nou in a very similar sort of way to what they did at the Wanda, and that's why we have to be very aware here of the 3 forwards that Atletico line up with, whether it's here Luis Suarez in that centre-forward role, whether it's Correa, whether it's Marcos Llorente. Those are all players who can hurt you on the break, and as well, of course, Yannick Carrasco on that left-hand side. And what I feel we have to do really well in this game, every single one of those 3 Barca centre-backs, they have to be brave. Because whenever there is a loose ball, they've got to be in there first. You have to take a risk to go and get that ball. But as we saw when Umtiti went out against Granada, when he went and committed himself, you've got to get there. The margin for error in these games, it is so small. You've got to make sure that you're winning that ball. You cannot let a player there get in behind you and actually make a mistake leaving that space in behind. And of course, let's not forget here about the goalkeeper, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. His starting position in this game is going to be so key. He as well has no margin for error. He as well needs to be brave. We saw him against Atletico Madrid in the reverse fixture come out for a ball like this here, actually commit himself. When he was trying to retrieve there a loose pass, he made a mistake. In this game, he must be perfect. Atletico Madrid will have options on the counter, but we have to shut them down. And of course, guys, in tomorrow's video, we are going to be talking about the reunion there of Luis Suarez. We are going to be talking about him coming face to face with Messi, and we're going to be talking about the significance there of taking our chances in front of goal. But I do want to highlight a particular player here for Atletico Madrid, who I think is a real danger, and I think we cannot allow him to slip under the radar. It's Marcos Llorente. I spoke about him there in the fact that when Atletico look to counter, he's going to be one of those players involved in those kind of breaks. He has got a lot of pace about him, but I just think this season he's been absolutely outstanding. 12 goals and 10 assists there for Marcos Llorente. He's one of only 2 players in La Liga to register there, both 10 plus goals and assists in the same season this time around. And I just think he's such a dangerous player there. You look at the kind of positions in which he can pick up the ball, when he can get chances, if he can find space. He can pop it on the right, he can pop it on the left, he can pop it down the middle, anywhere around the box. If there's a bit of space, if there's a bit of time for him, he can take advantage. And as we've seen really, ever since that game at Anfield, when he took on those chances, when he scored from range in those games, he has the quality in front of goal. He's a man in form right now, and we must watch out for him. So that right there, guys, is the way that I see this game going at the Camp Nou on Saturday. We are under no illusions whatsoever. This is going to be a big test, and it is going to be tough. Breaking down an Atletico Madrid team, coming into a game here where we have to win. Had we beaten Granada, we wouldn't be in this situation. We could be the ones there saying, you know what can you do, Atletico? But now, it is all on us. The pressure is on, and we got to perform. It is as simple and as clear as that for Koeman and his team. This is it. So please, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What are you expecting from this clash, and what sort of setup would you like to see from Barcelona? How will we find a way through that Atletico defence? Let me know all of that good stuff down below. I will see you tomorrow, of course, for more build-up as we get closer to a big weekend in La Liga. I'll see you then, guys. Thank you for your support. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.